What's going on YouTube? 65 Rider here, coming back to you with another moto vlog. I hope you guys have been enjoying the content that I've been putting out, and I hope you guys continue to enjoy the future content that's coming through. First topic of business, I want to start this video today by giving a shout out and a huge thank you to all of you guys that have subscribed to the channel, and to those of you who take the time out of your busy lives and your days to watch my videos. I really appreciate it. It means a lot to me, because as much fun as I am having by riding my motorcycle and documenting my rides and my journeys, it's even more fun to see that you guys are liking the content and actually subscribing to the channel and enjoying what I'm putting out, because you know, the editing takes a lot of work, and I'm just really happy that you guys are hopefully you guys are enjoying it. So thank you to all of you guys. To anybody who's new on the channel and it's your first time watching any of my videos, I'd like to say welcome and hello. My name is 65 Rider and I make moto vlogs. This moto vlog features me and my 2020 Softail Street Bob. I actually don't have a name for it yet. I've never really been a person to name anything that I've owned. I don't remember, like, I didn't name any of my cars or any of my previous motorcycles, so I don't think I'm gonna do anything differently here and name this guy. So we'll refer to it or him or her or whatever as my motorcycle. And so again, if it's your first time watching the channel or watching any of my videos, I'd like to give you a warm welcome, and I hope you enjoy what you see. And if you do, please go ahead and hit that like button and subscribe to the channel to see more content that I'll be putting out. Today's episode is actually a pretty special episode. It is the 1-year anniversary since buying my Harley, and if as many of you know or may know, this is actually my first Harley. I had a Kawasaki Vulcan before and a Yamaha Striker, and so this is my first Harley. I bought it exactly 1 year ago today, October 8th, 2020. This water is fun. Oh no, so annoying. No. Alright, here we go. I bought it October 8th, 2020. It is now October 21st, 2021. And over the past year, we've been through a lot together. We've went on a lot of cool trips, local and across states, and we've had a lot of good times. Over the past year, I've put 6,470 miles on it. To some, that's not a lot, and to others, that's considered a lot of miles. But to me, I think it's just mid-range. And trust me, I always try to ride the bike as much as I can, whatever chance that I get, and I'm able to, you know, get away from real life. I would go ahead and ride the bike. The only downside, kind of, I want to say, is, and the fact that I have this little number of miles on the bike, is because I actually work from home. I work a full-time job, a 9 to 5, completely 100% remote. So I don't really get to leave the house all that much. And so therefore you can take out the commuting aspect out of riding the bike, which, you know, has its pros and cons, but that'll be another video. But in regards to the bike, I mean, that's the only reason why it only has 6,470 miles over the past year. When I bought the bike, it had 3 miles, I believe, if I remember correctly. So it was literally brand new. And basically on today's episode, what I want to do is I want to actually do a walk around on the bike, because you know, when you get those memory reminders from Instagram or Snapchat or whatever, sorry little lady, or any of those social media apps, you get a reminder of the post where you posted of the first day I bought my bike. And I was shocked because the bike was completely stock, of course, because it's a brand new bike. But I was so shocked because it did not look like it does today. It looked like a completely different bike. I'll link a photo up here so you guys can see what I'm talking about. And so basically what I want to do in today's episode is I want to stop by in this lovely park over here. Lake Charleston Park in Boynton Beach, Florida, and basically do a walk around of the bike itself and everything that I've changed or modified on the bike, because I want you guys to see all the different things that I've done to it. This is a lovely place. I like this little view over here. Alright, so let's go ahead and do a quick walk around of the bike. This is what the bike actually looks like, to those of you who haven't seen it yet. It's got that club style type of look on it, and that's what I was actually aiming to go for. When I first bought it, I gotta be honest, I initially wanted to do the kind of the bobber style, you know, chop off the rear fender a little bit, have a solo seat, and get some really high apes on the bike, because it came stock with the mini apes, as you saw in the picture. And so basically what I'm going to do is I'm going to walk you guys through everything that I've done to the bike, in terms of the different modifications, and I'm going to try to go chronologically in order in terms of like what was the first thing I changed, second, third, fourth, and so on. That is if I can remember everything correctly. So please stay patient with me as I try to do this. Alright. We'll go ahead and get started. First thing I did, which I think a lot of people would do when they first get their bikes, this little plate bracket was actually horizontal, and so I kind of switched it out to make it into a vertical one. What I really want to do is I want to mount it on the fender. Only problem is I have to cut through the fender, which I don't want to do. So moving on from the back to the front over here, the second thing that I've done to the bike was actually these LED turn signals. I swapped them out from the regular light bulb to the LEDs. These are made by Rogue Rider Industries, and they're really cool because if I actually activate the signal, it turns into yellow and flashes. Otherwise it stays white and bright all the time. That way in the evening time or the night hours, you guys can see, or you know, you can see better on the road. Did the same thing for the back. As you can see, it's much brighter than the stock, and they're also LEDs. I kept the red housing instead of getting a smoked or a light one, because I just like the way the red looks. I feel like it matches the logo on the seat. Next, the next thing I had to do on this bike, which I don't know if it's really considered a modification, but just to make the bike more comfortable for myself, because I am 6'5", is I had to change from mid controls to forward controls, because the mid controls just really did not work for me. My legs would have to be over here instead of all the way out there. And there was an issue with two different things with the mid controls. First of all, my hips would go numb when I'm riding for like 20 minutes, honestly, because of the way I'm angled sitting on the bike. And number two is that anytime I wanted to back the bike up into the garage, as I'm backing it up, the pegs would hit my shins, and that hurt like. So yeah, forward controls, and those are actually the original Harley ones, original Harley forward controls. I didn't get anything aftermarket. Thankfully, they were available at the time. As of the release of this video, I still hear they're on back order. Next, as many of you guys know, if you've ridden a bike similar to this, or any Harley to be honest, is changing out the stock seat. Because the stock was horrible. It was good for the first like 30 minutes of the ride, but then after that you're like, what am I doing with my life? My butt hurts. And so I got this custom made seat from Whiplash Speed Company. And as you can see, I have the, I think they called it the carbon something in terms of the coloring of, you see these little stitches over here, and it's got the diamond stitch. So I had it with the black color as well as the diamond the stitching being navy blue, just because I like that combo. And then with the logo I made it red. I'd actually found out after I had purchased it, which I wish I found out before, but apparently if you ask them to, they can push it out another 2 inches. So instead of it being right here is where it ends, it would be over here. And for me that would have been perfect, because I'm, again, 6'5", would have been much easier to sit down on it, but it's still not bad. Compared to the saddleman seat and the stock seat, it actually pushes you, I believe, 2 inches backwards and 1 inch downwards. So that wasn't too bad, honestly. So after the seat, I went ahead and got the Two Brothers Racing exhaust. So I went ahead and got that and put it on myself. I wish I had started motovlogging when I first got this bike, because it would have been really cool to kind of take you guys with me along this journey. But unfortunately, I wasn't smart enough to do it, I guess is what I'm trying to say. Should have done it earlier. Anyway, so yeah, I installed the TBR. I got it in stainless steel. As you can see, some of the problems with the stainless steel is, I think one of my gloves one time fell on this and it just burnt. I think I can clean it, just haven't really had the time to do so. So I kept it without a tune or an air filter or a high flow air filter for a couple of weeks, and I rode it that way. It felt good, there wasn't anything wrong with it, but in order for me to stay compliant with the warranty requirements, I decided that I'd prefer to go to the dealership and have them install the Screamin Eagle Ventilator air filter, as well as the Screamin Eagle tuner to the bike. Once they did that, honestly, the bike kind of woke up a little bit. It felt completely different than it did when it was stock. So right now it's got that stage 1 on it. Maybe I'll do stage 2 sometime down the line. Not anytime soon. So right after the exhaust, I went and actually got these bad boys. So the passenger pegs. Because guess what? The stock 18 up to 2020 Softail Street Bobs don't come with passenger pegs, which is ridiculous. Because 21 came out with passenger pegs, passenger pillion seat, and that just doesn't make sense to me. So it was another added cost for me to buy those, because I wanted my wife to ride with me. After that was actually getting the Memphis Shades Road Warrior fairing. First of all, I love the way it looks. 2, I love how functional it is, because you can take it off and put it back on in literally seconds with their like easy mount kit. And as you can see, this is what these are. I'll do a more in-depth review of this little guy over here in a future video, because I know it's a really good product. So I decided to go with the 15-inch windshield because you know, again, I am 6'5". They offer, I think, 5 different lengths, and this is the second to highest. The highest is a 17. I just don't love the way it looks. But again, we'll talk about more in depth about the Memphis Shades Road Warrior fairing in a different video. Moving on from that, so I was debating between the T-bar setup or a riser bar combo, and that's what I eventually decided to do. I did the 12-inch bunking riser no pullback and the 4-inch Biltwell bar. And I did this instead of doing the T-bar setup because I knew that I needed that flexibility in the bar of either bringing it closer or pushing it out further, depending on the way I want to sit. Because of the T-bar, unfortunately, you're stuck and you can't move it around. But with these, all I need to do is loosen these 4 bolts and I'm good to go. And the bunking riser is perfect because the stock gauge actually fits right on top of it perfectly. Right around the time that I did the bars, I also did the grips. I got these Avon grips. Look and feel much better than stock, to be honest. Next is this little guy. This is one of my favorite upgrades on the bike, this riser bag. And you'd be surprised, this bag, if you can see like how functional this thing is. Look at that, I can open it all the way. I can put my wallet in it, my keys, any smaller item. And this bag is like perfect. You'd be surprised, it's actually not a motorcycle riser bag. It's a medic bag or a medic rescue bag where you can put, you know, like bandages and whatnot, like a first aid kit that I got from Amazon for like $6. And then I used these little zip ties tied around the riser and onto the straps of the bag, and ever since it's just like been stable and perfect. I am seeing that it's switching color a little bit, probably from the sun, but that's all good. Anyway, yeah, so after I got this bag, I went ahead with a problem that a lot of us Harley riders are familiar with. The stock gas cap rattles at about 2,000 miles, I want to say. That's when it starts. And so I went ahead to Harley and got the flush mount, which you'd think it should have just came with it, to be honest. I don't know what to say. Next, after that, I got these mini floorboards. They're the Crossthread Cycles mini floorboards. They look really cool, and they're very grippy. So once your leg is on there, or your foot is on there, they're not going anywhere. Then I got this guy. This is the Holdfast Harley detachable Sissy bar, and what I love about it is right in the name, it's detachable. I can take it off, put it back on in like seconds. Check out this video for the install. It's actually one of my first videos. Finally this year for my birthday, my lovely wife got me these leather pros, and this has actually been my favorite upgrade on the bike, and I'll tell you why. It's because it allowed me to take the bike out more. I can ride the bike now to go to the grocery store. I can ride the bike out to go get takeout. Basically put anything on them. And I will do a more in-depth review of these as well, because I love these things. Also, I love the fact that they're detachable and I can just put them on and take them off in frickin' seconds. Finally, my latest upgrade to the bike is this engine guard. This is the Dean Speed Customs engine guard. Yeah, as you can see, it like really complements the way the bike looks. And it's solid material, man, and it works perfectly with my forward controls. All links to everything that I talked about here are in the description. You guys can check it out. Bye, beautiful park. We'll see you later. Like I said, all links will be in the description below. and you guys can check it out. And you know, if you want to make your bike look as cool as mine, please go ahead and feel free to do so. If my bike can give you any inspirations for any ideas of what you want your bike to look like, then that is awesome. Means I did my job today. One thing I forgot to mention are these bomb ass stickers I got down there. Most of these stickers are actually either vendors that I've bought parts from, or basically other things that just mean a lot to me. Like, for instance, I don't know if you can see it, but I got the 129 with the dragon on it, and I just bought that because we went to the Tell of the Dragon. Well, thank you guys for joining me on the video today. I really appreciate you taking the time to watch this video, and please, if you enjoyed it, please hit that like button, and if you enjoyed it a lot, please hit that subscribe button and subscribe to the channel, because I will definitely be bringing more content your way. Once again, I'm 6'5" Rider, and I will see you guys next time. Peace.